Alright, well, this camera's annoying. Alright, morning. Did something bad yesterday, and I need to fix it today. This is a hydraulic cylinder spare that I got out of a different machine because I smashed mine yesterday. I'll show you what I did here. It was this line here. Yeah, the bottom one. I had a tree. I was pulling trees out of a lot, and the one tree was large for the machine. So I had it in the bucket with the thumb gripped around it, and when it was gripped around the tree, the root ball on it had a real heavy end on it, and I had it in the thumb, and I brought it back like this, and I brought everything towards the cab because it was too heavy for me to just pick it up out there. It would have tipped it over. So when I brought it to the cab, the weight of it rolled a little bit in the bucket, and the bottom part of the root ball smashed into the bottom, into this part of the ram, and actually broke this. Actually, kind of broke it right here, right there, shattered it right there. So, you know, obviously I wasn't going to be welding it because way too much PSI, way too much oil in there, impregnated in the metal. I'd never get it. I'm no welder. I'd never be able to get it right. Probably send it out to a shop, but I'd have to wait for it forever. So, luckily, the guy that I bought my machine from, he has a spare one that's in the woods, just kind of like dying, going away, and he told me I can go ahead and grab the cylinder off of it. I don't know how good this one is. It had quite a bit of oil on it. I don't know. I mean, a lot of this oil is from me taking it off last night. It was squirting out of these hoses, but it was pretty dirty up here, so it might need a seal kit. I'm not positive, but at least I'll be able to get this thing installed in the machine today and get it back up and running and back on the trailer and back over here so I can work on it properly. You know, do a seal kit or whatever I got to do. But in the meantime, I will take this cylinder and take it to my garage here and pressure wash it, because it is, like I said, it's pretty nasty, and it's heavy. So I'm going to be rolling this thing around on me, getting all dirty and everything, trying to put it back on the machine, so I want to be able to have it at least clean. So let me get out of here and get the pressure washer out, clean this thing up, and we'll go install it. Got some, what am I using here? Spray 9 degreaser. Maybe working pretty good. Probably need to do it again. It's thick on there, that's grease. But we'll get it cleaned up. I just noticed this was broken off of here. So I'll carefully bend that back and weld that on there real quick before I go. Yeah, let me clean this up and we'll see what it looks like. That ought to do. I just put a big gnarly weld there. I didn't try to straighten anything or do anything like that. I just wanted it kind of hooked back to that bar like that is, just so it doesn't move around. So that should do it. Let me get this on the truck here and we'll head down and take the other one off and see if we can't put this one back on without getting a hernia. Alright, so I'm clearing this lot here, and this is one of the bigger trees that I took down. I can't pick that one up yet. Still got too much dirt on it. This one over here, though, is what I got into. Oh yeah, it is a double thing. And when I picked it up, it rolled, and it smashed into this one here. Smashed into that, broke it. So I think what can happen is cut this off and get another one of these ends on here, thread it on or whatever to accept the hydraulic line, and then just weld another piece there for stability. But I think that's all that needs to happen for that to get fixed. So I want to get it off here and get it to someone that knows more about this stuff than I do, because I don't know anything, and see if they can't fix it. So now let's just go ahead and remove this pin here and this one here, drive these two pins out. I'll take this hydraulic line off first, drive the bottom pin out, let that hang, it'll extend, drive the top one out. Hopefully nice and easy, we'll get it out of here. So let me go get the tools and we'll get to work. Well, then he locked this pin will come out. I had a very hard time getting the one out yesterday, the one in the field, because the pin had quite a bit of rust and wear on it, some grooves in it. Couldn't get it out all the way, so. This one looks like it's good. Okay, here's where the fluid jumps out of it. Okay. Alright, let's see if we can't drive this one out. Right out. Perfect. A little bit unexpected, but this is stuck in here. It's got a couple shims. Alright, got a shim here. This had two shims in it. Goes in after. From what I remember from seeing, oh, it's got more. It's got all sorts of shims in here. Three real thin ones and a kind of a fat one. So from what I remember, you get the pin started and then slide the shims in, drive the pin in the rest of the way. Let me take a little time here and clean up that bore with some rags and get it set up for the next one. One hand, I just put a ratchet strap on the cylinder just to kind of hold it up. This moves freely up and down because the cylinder doesn't have any oil in it. So I just slid it up in there and got the pin started. So now I gotta just get it off these teeth because it's a little cocked. And then we'll start sliding the shims in there where we need them. And then drive the pin the rest of the way. Alright, well, it looks like I had the right amount of shims. This cylinder seems to be exactly the same here as the other one. And there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shims. There's some thicker ones and some skinny ones. I don't really think it matters where they go, but they just need to come up in here. cap the pin through. Make sure it's lined up. That. Where'd the long one go? Long one down there. Might have to twist this a little bit. Right. There we go. Put the nut on this one. This is a double nut on this one. And we'll have to swing the next one in there, and just make sure you orient right. I think a long time ago there was a Zerk fitting here. I think that's what that's for, unless that's a stop. I don't know, but there was grease in this one when I picked it up, and then there's another grease fitting here, and it's off center, like straight up is further back. This is for so that when I have this swung in there, the Zerk fitting is going to be about here, and then you can get to it. And then this grease fitting down here has got the guard on it that goes on the bottom. So just make sure you orient those right. This is also a stopper here. I don't know what it comes in contact with, but that's what that's all about. All right, let me swing this up and in there. Maybe I'll use the ratchet straps again, and then we'll get that pin started. Actually incredibly easy. I just hooked the ratchet strap around each side of the cylinder, and kind of pull out the slack with one hand and kind of raised it with the other. When I got it close, I just ratcheted it off just a couple of clicks, and then I was able to just slide the thing up and in there, and it popped in super easy. So now I have to put in these shims. It looks like this one's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of them. It looks like they fit. Yep, fit right in there. It's right there. Okay. Now, I might have to pound this past it to line that bolt up again, because I think I took it out on the wrong side. Oh, there it is. I might get it. A little bent, it should go. Where are we? To go further in and tweak over a little bit, looks like. There. Now that's the twist. I don't know how I'm going to do that. I didn't bring a pick long enough. I think I need to drive it through this way till that hole is visible. and line it up. So let me do that. Pins in. I just hooked up these 2 hydraulic lines. I'll tighten them up, put these jam nuts on these things. It will fire it up and see if we can't get fluid in there. It's installed except greased. I got to do that in a little bit, but first I'm just going to check it. I have a feeling that this is going to leak. This is just the dust shield here, but it's really bad, so I don't know what the inside seal looks like. I have a feeling this is going to leak like crazy. If it does, then I will I'll pull this one off, this whole ram and gland assembly, and install it there. But for now, let's go fire this thing up and see if it's real low on fluid. It's probably 2 gallons low, maybe, but I'm gonna at least see if it's gonna work. That's weird. Never that hard starting. Leaking good. It's not pouring out, but it's leaking pretty good. Machine's running weird though. It's running like it's got water in it. Keeps stumbling and doing weird stuff. All right, well, that's decent, I guess. Looks like it's gonna stall. Oh yeah, this thing is gonna leak like crazy. I don't know what's going on with this thing. That seal might swell up again as fluid's going in and out of it. I know that happens from time to time on some cylinders. They leak like crazy, and then you use them for a little while and they seal back up. Probably won't get that lucky on this one, but you never know. Let's go check that. Oh, that's all right. I was expecting to see this all wet here, like stuff coming out of here, but it's not. Got a little bit, but that's kind of normal. All right, good. I'm gonna call this one fixed for now. I'm gonna take this over to a hydraulic shop and see what they can do. See if they can't fix this thing. Like I said, if they can somehow get, I don't think welding is the, I don't think welding is what you do on these. I think you got to do threaded fittings, because I think the welds will just break. So that pipe down there, that would definitely be able to be threaded, and one of these, like if this thing was threaded instead of this part welded on it, which it could very well have been at one point, screw that on to the end of that and be done with it. But I don't know, take it to the take it to the hydraulic shop and see what they say. But that's going to do it for this one. I'm going to go get this thing loaded up and take it to the next job. I still have a lot more work to do here, but I have to go do a concrete floor in Buffalo. So I'm going to go do that now, and I will get back to you on the next one. So if you could, please rate, comment, and subscribe, and have a great day.